we're back now with our series on the money, and this morning we're doing an end-of-year credit review. With those hefty holiday bills about to pile up for a lot of folks, now might be a good time to check your credit, evaluate your debts, and set yourself up for financial success heading into the new year. Here with more NBC News senior business correspondent Christine Romans. Happy Friday.
Hi.
Hey, Christine.
So is now the best time to check that credit report as we come up on the end of the year?
Because look, you're going to be just inundated with things to buy, and you're going to be using your plastic. So it's a great time to take a look at what your credit report says. You want to do it at least once a year. You can go to annualcreditreport.com, and you can sort of just see what your experience and what your usage of credit and debt is. It really is. Also, a credit score you can see sometimes. I see it every day when I look at my bank app. Do you guys see it too?
Yeah.
I have not looked in. Really?
No.
You should probably check it out.
I know. But look, the better your credit report, the higher your credit score. The higher your credit score, the lower the interest rates you pay when you borrow money. So it's really important to take a look at what you've got there. And you might find a mistake. Take some time to get the mistakes fixed, so do that. And you might want to check before a major purchase, like a house or a car, while you're job searching. Why? Because your employer, a prospective employer, is also looking at it, so you want to make sure there are no mistakes there.
I didn't know that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they check. And if you suspect fraud or ID theft, that can happen. If you see your credit score drop suddenly, that might be happening. So you want to clean that all up.
So obviously, credit cards can have an impact on your credit report. How many credit cards should we have?
There's no hard and fast rule, but we were just talking about this, Chanel and I.
Yeah.
2 is a good place to start.
I'm in a good place.
In 2 different lenders.
You're in a
you want
great
to
place.
do what you can manage. The more cards you have, the more temptation there is to spend more. So start with 2. Align the rewards with your lifestyle. We both have credrit cards that give us frequent flyer miles.
Because of Dylan, she convinced me to do that 10 years ago.
Yeah, every
Aren't you
dollar
glad?
you're spending, you're getting another little reward. So that's also important. And don't apply for a lot of cards really quickly in time. That will lower your credit score. So wait 6 months between applications for new cards. And remember, don't pay them off on time and don't charge them to the limit. Those are the really important things with a credit card.
So to piggyback on that, how much of our credit we use affects our credit score. So how much should you be using? What's the ratio?
So you want to use, ideally, about 10%, up to 10% of your credit limit. So let's just do
10%.
Let's use a real world application. All the way up to 30% is good. So say you have a $10,000 credit limit. You want to charge $1,000 to $3,000 on that card every month and pay it all off. Now, if you charge all the way up to your credit limit and pay it all off, you might think you're doing a good thing, but you're not. It makes you look like you're right at the line all the time, right? So you want to be, boring is better with credit, I'm telling you. You want to be boring, you want to be consistent, you want to pay it off every month, and you don't want to run up to the credit limit. You can also call and ask them to raise your credit limit so that you're not getting so close to it all the time, and that can be good for your score. So I always think about 30%. They call this the credit utilization ratio, which is such a horrible phrase.
CUR.
But 30% is the number you want to be, and you're considered high risk if you're charging like more than half your credit limit every month.
Can you talk about how much debt you should have and how it impacts your credit score? Like I know there's good debt and bad debt, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. Look, if you are using debt as an investment, a student loan, a mortgage, and you're paying it off on time all the time, a business loan, that actually makes you look strong and attractive in terms of your credit score.
You're
your credit
responsible.
report. You are responsible. You are using credit to advance your family or your business. If you have high interest credit card debt, that interest rate is above 20%. It's just awful. If you're carrying credit card debt, that looks bad. If you have high interest personal loans, that looks bad. If you are not paying on time, very, very bad. If you are consistently not able to pay the minimum or pay off your credit card every month, then you need to sit down, maybe talk to a financial planner and figure out what the heck is going on. They do have credit counselors as well. And just one thing, the holiday time is so important here, but this is my public service. I even printed it out so I wouldn't forget. You are not obligated to continue holiday traditions that leave you broke, overwhelmed, or tired.
Preach.
That is so well said.
Christine, really quickly, if you've got a credit card that you're not using, should you get rid of it?
You know, I say yes. It might, closing that could give you a short-term ding to your credit history, but if you're not using it, you want to make sure that you close it out so you're not getting an annual fee that you don't know, so that it couldn't potentially, suddenly somebody somehow steals it, or, just, if you're not using it, get rid of it.
Christine, thank you. Thanks for the sermon, too.
You're welcome.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.